Hello, and welcome to the Main Meal Weight Management Support, where we help each other find the confidence and self-esteem necessary to reach and maintain our weight goals by tapping into joy and living our best lives in every moment. Today, I want to talk about motivation. We'll talk about motivation for the next 2 or 3 weeks, but let's talk about our stated motivation and underlying motivations. So if you ask any 6 people what their motivation might be to lose weight, you're going to get 6 to 12 different answers. There are lots of motivations in there. You'll often hear things like, I want to look better, I want to feel better, I have health concerns that I want to address, I want to be more mobile. There's all kinds of reasons, and they're all really valid reasons. If we couldn't state a goal and say it out loud, we would never move and never do anything. So a goal needs to be something we can give 100% full body yes to. If we state a goal that implies that somebody else wants us to do something, we're maybe not giving that 100% yes for ourselves. Anything that isn't motivating us to do it on our own 100% is not going to be as strong as something that is motivating us to do it that way. If an employer says quit smoking or don't have a job, that's an external motivation, and that's pretty compelling. So it can work. It's just not as much fun, and we don't get as enthusiastic about doing it as if it's someone else's idea rather than ours. The other thing to say about making changes and setting goals is that it's a lot easier to do what we've always done than it is to make a change. And normally, in order to reach a goal, we have to stretch a little bit. We have to do something different. We have to change a habit. We have to change a pattern at the very least. And so what's going to get us moving? Because it's real easy to keep doing what we've always done. It's so much easier to do what's familiar than it is to do what's not familiar. So as much as I'd love to say that there are happy ways to get off the mark and to get going and to get the ball rolling and every other cliche you can think about getting started, sometimes it comes down to a pain point. Sometimes it comes down to that last straw. It might be a hurtful comment. It might be, I can't wear these clothes anymore. I have to buy a bigger size. It might be a diagnosis from a medical professional. There's any number of things that will get us off the mark and get us going and get us moving. And those are really important too. If we come down to that last straw, we're going to do something different, regardless of the fact that it's unfamiliar and that it's new and that it causes us to put forth effort. It requires something of us. So we have our stated motivations. We have our stated goals. We have our get us moving motivator. We have that last straw, that pain point that got us moving and off our butts. But when we look at all of this, that can get us going. But does any of that sustain us for the long run when we're making changes that are lasting and that are for our whole lives and that are going to take more than just a week or more than a day to do? What keeps us going? What keeps us moving forward? What motivates us to want to continue? And it's my premise and my belief that that underlying motivator that really keeps us going when times get rough is our desire for happiness. We want a joyful life. We want a better life. We want to feel good. So we want to tap into that. We want to remember when it feels like, I can't eat this food one more time, or I can't do this thing one more time. We want to remember that that desire to be happy, that motivator for joy and for happiness is stronger than any amount of I don't want to do this that I can think of. So tune in again next week. We'll have more about motivators. We'll have more talk about what we can do and how we keep ourselves motivated. Remember, at the Main Meal Weight Management Support, the important word is support. No matter what changes you're making to your life, this is a game of solitaire. You got to do it alone, but you should never do it without help. So join me next week again, Wednesday morning about 10:30. Have a great week. Bye.